Hello students, let me move on the next topic. And in the last video we have completed what is refraction, what are the laws of refraction and refraction through a single glass slab. Today we will discuss the lateral shift. Lateral shift, or we can say that a perpendicular distance between initial path and emergent path of refracted ray, that is called lateral shift. So today we will find a mathematical formula for the lateral shift. What is lateral shift? Let me define it. First of all, we draw a diagram to understand the lateral shift. What is lateral shift? Or lateral displacement. We can say it also lateral displacement. Let me have, this is glass slab whose thickness is T, and a ray fall on it with making angle I with a normal. Let's say here is angle I, incidence angle, and due to refraction it move toward the normal. Again here is normal. Now we can say that the ray pass from denser to rarer, because that is passing from glass to air na. So we can say that it is passing from denser to rarer. In the case of denser to rarer, it move away from the normal, and that is initial path. Always after some refraction, the emergent path and initial path, always parallel to each other. And let's say this is angle R. Also we can say that this is also angle R, and let's say this angle is I. K, L, M and N points. We draw a perpendicular line from M to on the initial path, let's say MP, that is MP, and the angle of deviation from initial path, that is initial path, that is final. Let's say this angle is del, that is angle, that angle beta, you can see that angle is angle of deviation. Angle of deviation means ki how much angle the ray deviate from its original path, with how much angle ray deviate from its original path due to the refraction, that is called angle of deviation. Done. And let's say this point is L, this is L dash. We require this point L dash. I think figure is clear to you, that what we have taken in this figure, all the angles, angle I, R, and all the sides, and the thickness of glass slab is T, and we can say that initial path and emergent path are parallel to each other, and our aim to find out the perpendicular distance between emergent ray and the initial ray, and that is perpendicular distance is MP. So we can say that MP is lateral shift. What is lateral shift? You can define that it is a perpendicular distance between initial path of ray Initial path of ray means कि before the refraction. And emergent path of ray after refraction. So that is the perpendicular distance between initial path and emergent path. So easily you can define it. It is the perpendicular distance between emergent path and initial path, that is MP. So how can we find the mathematical formula for MP? Let me start. In triangle LSM, in triangle LSM, find the cos of R. What is cos? By the trigonometric relation. By the trigonometric relation, what is cos? क्या होता भाई cos? Base upon hypo. And what is base? Base is LL dash and hypo is LM. LL dash over LM. So you can write that LL dash is T. LL dash is T divided by LM. LM is, let's say, LM. So you can write this equation is like that. LM is equal to T over cos of R. T over cos of R. Clear हो गया? Okay, let's say that is your first equation. That is your first equation. Done. Up to here I think no doubt to you. Next we will move in triangle LMP. In triangle LMP, that is also right angle triangle, and in the right angle triangle you can find the sine of del. Sine of del, because here this angle is del and we want to find out the sine of del. What is sine? Sine is perpendicular over hypo. Perpendicular over hypo means we can say that MP over LM. MP over LM. So what we have to find MP? This equation implies that MP is equal to LM into sine of del. Using the value of LM from equation first. Using equation first. So we get MP is equal to T over cos of R into sine of del. Cos of R into sine of del. Okay. Now from geometry you can see that in this figure, look at here, this is I and this complete is, from geometry of this diagram, I is equal to R plus del. We can write na beta, dekho, listen. This is R, this is del. R plus del is equal to I because these are vertically opposite angles. So you can find here del is equal to I minus R. So you can use here the value of del in this equation. What you got here? MP is equal to T over cos of R sine of I minus R. Sine of I minus R. And that is your required formula for the lateral shift or lateral displacement. MP is your lateral displacement. So lateral displacement, you got a formula for that. T over cos of R and into sine of I minus R. That is your required relation for the lateral shift. Clear beta? I think no doubt should be there in this topic, in the lateral shift, and it is very important topic. So furtherly we move on the next topic, and next topic is real and apparent depth. real and apparent depth. Real and apparent depth. In the first video, we have discussed that few examples of the refraction, and these examples, one example is that if a coin or any object present at the bottom of a pond, then it can be seen simultaneously that it is above from the natural height. It is above from the natural height. So, why it is seen as it is above from the natural height? Simply in the one word answer, due to the refraction. But why it can be seen on the above from its natural height? क्यों हम इसको ऊपर देख सकते हैं उसकी एक्चुअल हाइट से, या नेचुरल जो हाइट है या डेप्थ है उससे हम उसको ऊपर क्यों दिखाई दे रही है? वो रिफ्रैक्शन की वजह से. अब रिफ्रैक्शन की वजह से दिखाई दे रही है तो मीन्स वी कैन से दैट कि एक्चुअल डेप्थ इज डिफरेंट एंड apparent depth means we can see the depth by the eyes due to the refraction, that is called apparent depth. And actual depth, you know what is actual depth, real depth it is. So what is the relation between real depth and actual apparent depth? Real depth and apparent depth in the refraction, we can derive the relation in this topic. Let me understand it by a diagram. And let's say xy is a surface. Xy is a surface which differentiates two mediums, and upper medium is, let's say, that is rarer medium, and lower is denser. So firstly you should have to know about that. In that case, object must be present into the denser medium. Object must be present into the denser medium. Let's say here is object which is present into the denser medium. Denser medium, let's say we can say that it is water, and upper is, that is air. So let me write here that it is water and upper is air. So air is rarer medium as compared to the water. So let's say a ray pass perpendicularly through the surface, neither refraction take place nor reflection take place, so it can easily pass through the surface as like that O E, through the point E on the surface. Again, let's say here is I, here is normal on that point, this is let's say B point, यहाँ पे ये B point है, रे आपकी एक इधर गई है, this angle is I, this angle is I, incidence angle with the normal, and ray passing from denser medium to rarer medium, then what we can say that away from the normal or towards normal? It is away from the normal, and actually we can see it, it is coming from this point, and let's say this O dash, means we can see the object at the point O dash. Actual depth is, let's say, that is Y, and the apparent depth it is X. Y is real depth, and X is apparent depth. Real depth and apparent depth. Okay, done. And this is angle I, so let's say this is angle R, so we can say that R and R, that is corresponding angles, and I is I, this is alternate angles. So alternate angles are here and these are corresponding angles. So we have two triangles. From first triangle, from triangle OAB, from triangle OAB, sine of I is equal to, what is sine? Sine means perpendicular over hypo. Perpendicular over hypo. What is perpendicular here? Perpendicular is AB and hypo is OB. AB over OB, and let's say that is your first equation. In triangle O dash AB, sine of R is equal to sine of R, again same, perpendicular over hypo, perpendicular is AB and hypo is O dash B. As we know that here the ray pass from denser to rarer, the ray pass from denser to rarer, so dividing second equation by first, dividing second equation by first, so sine of R divided by sine of I is equal to, sine of R means that is AB by O dash B into OB by AB. AB to AB cancel out. So what you got here? Sine of R by sine of I, sine of R by sine of I is equal to OB by O dash B. If angles are very small, then sine of R by sine of I is equal to OB is replaced by OA and O dash B is replaced by OA, because we are saying that if the angles are very small, so we can say that comes close to A, B comes close to A, so B is replaced by A. Angles very small, so B is replaced by A. So OA, and OA is, what is OA? That is Y. And what is O dash A? That is X. Clear? So listen students, sine of I by sine of R, what we can write that sine of R is constructed into this air, so mu of A is the refractive index of air and mu W refractive index of water. So from here what you can write that, this we can write that mu A becomes downward side and mu W becomes upward, so we can write mu WA, or mu WA is equal to, what is Y? Y is real depth divided by apparent depth. Again I am writing here the relation mu WA is equal to real depth divided by apparent depth. So in any numerical, if real depth is given and the refractive index of one medium to the with respect to other medium is given, you can find out the apparent depth. And if apparent depth is given and refractive index is also given, you can find the real depth of the object in the both cases. Clear students? So these topics we have completed in this video. Firstly, we have completed the lateral shift, which is very important topic, and secondly we complete the real and apparent depth relation. For the numerical portion, it is very important, 1 or 2 marks numerical may be asked on that topic. So further topics we will discuss in the next video. Complete and revise beta, complete your fair notebooks and send it to me on my personal number. Thank you, have a nice day.